Aren't I lucky today? It's not every day I get to run into my favorite person. I don't see anyone else in front of me. And that's what makes me like you so much. You know? So bold that you'd stray so far away from safety of all those friends of yours. Not even a day after the last battle. Not even enough time to address your wounds. Still, I gotta say I'm impressed. How'd I miss the memo that you were strong enough to take care of yourself on your own? Oh? Or is that what you meant? Are they all watching us from the bushes? To see where this goes, of course? I don't know about that. Ambushing doesn't really seem to be your style. Especially not for something like this. Well, ambushing requires everyone being on the same page and, well, you might want to work on that some more. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're out here alone, aren't you? And the last time I checked, you need more than one person for that plan to work. I hope they didn't fall asleep on the job. It's way too quiet. How did they become a master of stealth in the last 12 hours? Must have one hell of a team to pull that stunt, huh? What a shame. It would have been nice to have them around for such a momentous occasion. Taking such a big step that anyone can say that they have. Too bad. Your friends don't see that charisma and presence that would convince them to watch you lead the charge in making me fall on my knees, isn't that right? Oh, don't worry about that. I think you're perfectly fine where you are. Wouldn't want you being as boring as an actual leader now, would I? Can you imagine making all of those plans coming after me in the worst ways possible? Or even worse, ignoring me after all we've been through, you know? Going after some lowlife wannabe, God. Don't you all just get bored of it? Look, those guys are all talk, and you can probably leave them alone until they can't handle their egos. They can wait. You need to prioritize those once in a lifetime experience. There's only one first time for everything. A first meeting, first time picking up a sword, first battle against your enemies. Maybe a first friend, a first lover, first time telling a secret to your closest kin, but who you'd love to share that first kiss with. Oh, but maybe that's what makes it difficult for you to move up the ranks. Leaders are all about being upfront about their plans, not keeping big secrets to themselves. Telling one friend one thing and then the other. The results may differ. Some mixed signals, you know? Especially if they're not very keen on the big picture. Why don't I give you a lesson in leadership then? Let's start by practicing what you should say to your friend the first time you had a chance. I have a thing for my enemy, and I love him. And I would love for him to give me my first kiss. Now, don't forget. This is a lesson, remember? You'll be the one telling them. I'll have no part in that. Well, it's true, isn't it? Or are you just a perfect liar? Because that won't earn you any marks with your friends either. That's what makes me a good teacher, you know? You get a lesson on being a good leader and how to be stealthy. Something I pride in myself. I can prove it some more. Let me list out a couple more things I'm not supposed to know. Let's start with our first friend, who was lucky enough to hear straight from your mouth that you were embarrassed by your attraction to my confidence and the fact that I always seem to know what I'm doing. Honestly, I should give you some more credit for your perceptiveness. I'm glad you and I see eye to eye in that. Unfortunately, that other friend didn't get the most important fact, even with how detailed you were describing the type of person you would like to take your first kiss. Had to be someone confident that always seems to know what they're doing. I mean, it also might help if they're very good looking. But most importantly, out of all of that person needs to be worth dating, right? Now what do you think if someone heard all of that? Put two and two together. Kind of a funny coincidence how some just happen to match up. But imagine. That's why neither friend got a full story, huh? But the best part is that you don't have to sit through all of that embarrassment ever again. Because the one person who matters in all of this already knows exactly what you want. Bet that's a weight off your shoulder, isn't it? Oh, now don't worry, sweetheart. You can get rid of all of those doubts. Leave it all behind. So it can be easier for you to choose what you want. If you want, I can start telling you a little more about myself, so you can decide whether I'm worth dating. You can also wait for the actual date to learn more about each other. I love to hear all about those things that might be a little too spicy for you to share with your friend. But before we can go all out and have fun, you should probably let them know that you'd be out for a bit longer than expected. Otherwise, they might start questioning things. And I'm not sure you're ready to be honest about something this scandalous just yet. If it's too much, we can start with a meeting behind everyone else's back like right now. Nothing formal. But I can already imagine different stories you'll be telling your friends. One hearing you confront me all alone, while others hear you finally getting the kiss you always wanted. Oh, but what if they actually... But what if they accidentally bring it up to each other? I wonder how they'll try to make sense of that. Maybe you can bravely come and confront me one-on-one, but I being the type to always know what I'm doing, getting the upper hand, and by some miracle the perfect savior rushes in and catches me off guard. I end up promptly defeated because she seems to know exactly what she's doing. You're so swept off your guard that you and your saber celebrate your victory with a passionate kiss. I mean, there's just a few problems with that. You happen to mention that you find me attractive. I can't be defeated so easily. So the truth might just end up coming out in the end. That you confronted me and got your kiss in the process. Of course. That's the thing. I can give it up to you right now. As simple as that. Honestly, there's no other reason than I want to take that first all for myself. And you said it yourself. That's what you wanted, right? You get both what you want in the end, and I get what I want. I see no problem here. Because you're my favorite. More than enough reason. At least I would think so. The worst that can happen is I bite your lip. Well, you're more than welcome to bite back. Might as well go for it then, huh? No need to be nervous. You'll get exactly what you wanted. It's my job to make everything perfect. You just have to sit back and enjoy the experience. Relax. You'll be okay. It'll be very quick. It doesn't have to be. It can be whatever you prefer. It gotta be memorable though. I've got to live up to my reputation of knowing exactly what I'm doing. I can't let anyone beat me in that. But you know I'll make it worth it. Don't fight back. Close your eyes. Let me have control. Was that exactly how you imagined it? Good. Now we've got to figure out if I'm worth dating now, huh? I've got to tell you a little more about myself then. First, I'll let you in on something important that you need to know about me before you make that judgment. Unfortunately, I don't always know what I'm doing. As flattered as I am that you think about me, sometimes I just need to improvise and hope things go to plan. And that includes right now. That was my first kiss too. Glad I'm good enough to pretend like it's not. But can't fake it till you make it, you know? I need to live up to that reputation, so I'm going to need more practice. I've got... It's gotta be you. You're the one. You're the only one. Tell me what I need to do. Think about it right now. Is that really enough? If not, I can keep going for as long as you need. You've got plenty more opportunities to figure it out. Doesn't have to be today. There's a lot of time between battles, no? Maybe your friends taking their sweet time to fix up after every fight is a blessing in disguise. I can go all out for the next one. Give us more time. I'm very confident that I can. Let me make preparations for that, okay? So that I'm ready. In the meantime, you got something to tell your friends? Yeah? None of this beating around the bush about who you want your first kiss to be. This time, it has to be, I'm happy he was my first kiss. They can figure that out on their own while we work on your honesty, okay? You've got to be once you are certain I'm worth dating, so we actually can. Enemies or not, I have a reputation to uphold, and I will.